It's gonna be one of those days for our little friend here. One of those days where everything is going right. You've got sunshine, you've got clear skies, you've got a full belly, and you've got nothing to do but hang out with your friends. This cute baby Puffin has all that and more. Look at him now. Look how cute he is. He's just hanging out on the edge of the cliff. These Puffins are cliff dwellers. They like to live on cliffs and raise their young on cliffs. But this little guy is probably wondering why his parents live somewhere else. Because it's not exactly safe having a home perched atop a sheer drop-off into the sea. Just ask any of these birds that have fallen to their doom. But you know what? Puffins have raised their young hair for years, and they'll keep doing it for years to come. It's in their nature, I guess. And when you're a cute little puffin like this guy, you kind of forget about the danger. After all, Mom and Dad always seem to come back from their trips to the ocean with fish in their beaks, and they always seem to dodge falling off the cliff. So it must be pretty safe, right? This little puffling is getting ready to fledge. That means it's almost time for him to take flight and join the rest of the puffins soaring through the sky. Right now, he's just practicing taking off and landing. You can see him flapping his wings and hopping up and down. Sometimes he'll even launch himself off the edge of the cliff. But luckily, there's water below to break his fall. One of these days soon, he'll build up enough strength and courage to really fly, and then his life will change. He'll get to go out into the world and do whatever it is that young puffins do. Maybe he'll make some new friends. Maybe he'll find a mate. Or maybe he'll get lost at sea and eaten by a shark. Well, maybe don't worry about that last part. The point is, he's got a whole life ahead of him. But he's not thinking about all that right now. Right now, he's just enjoying the moment. He's hanging out with his best friend, watching the other puffins come and go, taking an occasional plunge off the cliff, just for fun. His life is good. Meanwhile, another puffin is making its way back to the nest. It's been out to sea for most of the morning, but now it's time to head home. See, this bird has been out foraging for food. It found some fish and brought it back to feed its hungry baby. The puffin flies over the cliff edge and lands on top of the rocks. It looks around for its nest, and there it is, right next door to our little puffling.
Mom drops off her fish and then heads back out to sea.
She'll wait until the young bird has finished eating before she comes back again. You know, parenting, it's tough work. Our little puffling doesn't waste any time diving into his dinner. He's worked up quite an appetite playing all morning, and now he's ready to eat. He gobbles up the fish and then looks around for more. But Mom says there's no more food for now. It's time for a nap. The puffling snuggles up in his nest and drifts off to sleep. He dreams of big schools of fish and soars through the sky with the other puffins. What a happy little puffin! Another day, another adventure. Our little puffin is awake and ready to start the day. He hops out of the nest and stretches his wings. It's such a beautiful day, and he wants to spend it playing with his best friend. Now, this buddy of his is a bit of a daredevil. He loves to fly fast and low to the ground, just inches above the rocks. Our puffin isn't so sure about this, but that doesn't stop him from trying. The two puffins take off from the cliff and zoom over the water. The wind rushes through their feathers as they glide over the waves. The salty spray of the ocean makes them feel alive. For a few seconds, our little puffin is having the time of his life. But then suddenly, His friend banks too close to the rocks and nearly crashes. Our Puffin swerves at the last second to avoid a collision, but he loses his balance and falls behind. Now he's on his own. He tries to catch up to his friend, but it's no use. The other Puffins have disappeared into the distance. Oh well, he thinks. It's still a beautiful day. Might as well make the best of it. And that's exactly what he does. He spends the day exploring the island. He takes a dip in the ocean, chases some fish, and even makes a new friend. As the sun begins to set, our Puffin knows it's time to head home. He flies back to the cliff and snuggles up in his nest. He's tired from a long day of play, but he's also happy. He had a great time exploring and making new friends. And as he drifts off to sleep, he knows tomorrow will be another happy day. As the sun rises over the cliff, our little Puffin wakes up. It's another beautiful day, and he can't wait to start it off right. He hops out of the nest and does his favorite trick. He pretends to be a big, scary bird. He puffs out his chest, raises his wings, and lets out a loud squawk. Then he laughs. He loves to scare the other Pufflings, and they love to pretend to be scared of him. After a few minutes of playtime, though, it's time for breakfast. Our Puffin flies over to his favorite spot on the cliff edge and waits for a fish to swim close by. When one does, he dives into the ocean and catches it in his beak. Back on the cliff, his favorite Puffin friend is waiting. He watches as our Puffin swims closer and closer with a fish in his mouth. Then suddenly, a shadow appears over them. A big, mean gull swoops down and tries to steal their breakfast, but our Puffins are ready. They scream and squawk and flap their wings until the gull flies away. They didn't get any breakfast this time, but they're not giving up. They'll try again tomorrow. For now, though, it's time to go home. Our Puffins fly back to their nests and snuggle up with their parents. They tell each other all about their day, including the gull incident, and laugh about how silly it was. As the sun sets, our Puffins drift off to sleep. They're tired from a busy day, but they're also happy. They had a great time playing together, even if they didn't get any breakfast. Tomorrow will be another fun day, and they can't wait for it to start. Life is good when you're a happy Puffin. That's all for today, folks. See you next time.